Good morning, this is Mike Houston with your Friday morning weather hazard briefing for Southeast Idaho. Looking at the fuel status across the region, we still see critical fuel conditions. ERC percentages are on the rise and generally running in the 50 to 70th percentile in most areas. Looking at satellite imagery this morning, we still have a high pressure ridge over the Four Corners region. Most of the moisture rotating around this ridge is shunted off to the east here in this depiction as we have a southwest flow, a drier southwest flow breaking into the region. There is still some moisture lingering here across portions of southeast Idaho, and particularly here in the Central Mountains. It should be interacting with this low pressure trough that's working in through southwest Canada today. We also see some embedded disturbances in this flow here helping to initiate some shower activity, particularly this morning. Looking at regional radar loop, you'll be able to pick out some of these showers working up into the Central Mountains and Idaho Panhandle. Looking at our forecast charts for this afternoon, you see that low pressure trough making its way further into western Canada. The interaction of this trough with lingering moisture here across the Central Mountains will produce scattered thunderstorm activity. Daytime highs are expected to run in the 90s here in the Snake River Plain and mid-80s to lower 90s in the Central Mountains, and generally in the low to mid-90s here in the Southeast Highlands. Minimum humidities generally in the mid-teens to mid-20s across the board. And as a result of the thunderstorm activity that we're expecting in the Central Mountains today, we do have a red flag warning out from noon today till 10 p.m. this evening. Jumping to our forecast charts for Saturday, we see the high pressure ridge still firmly in control here in the Four Corners region, with moisture beginning to pool here across Arizona, but otherwise a dry southwest flow across Idaho here on Saturday. We get to Sunday, we see another monsoon push working north through Utah into southeast Idaho. The models were at odds a bit here with where to place the precipitation. This particular model had isolated a scattered thunderstorm activity here across the southeast highlands. I think it'll really depend on how thick the cloud cover is with the monsoon push as it moves into the southeast highlands here on Sunday. We'll certainly see some moisture lingering across the region on Monday, so probably see isolated thunderstorms favoring the mountainous regions. I do want to point out this low pressure system now beginning to drift south into the Oregon coastal areas. We'll see that feature here becoming something that will change the air mass across southeast Idaho as we get into the later part of next week. But for Tuesday, the ridge is still firmly in control. Probably still see some isolated showers favoring the mountainous regions. But by Thursday, look at this low pressure system now moving up into the Portland area with a very dry southwest flow now overspreading southeast Idaho. Most of the thunderstorm activity now squarely up into Montana, and that's accentuated as we move our way into Friday. With that low ejecting north and east through the northwest states and this flow impending on the region, we should see breezy conditions here not only Thursday but Friday and probably into Saturday as well. That's all I had for you this morning. If you had any comments or questions, you can give us a call at the number on the screen. Thank you.